Hey, it's Horysn, and you're watching When Creators Connect. So my name is Horysn. I am an artist, singer, songwriter. I don't want to just say like artist isn't just music. I also like to just formulate ideas and just kind of watch it all play out. But singing and writing are kind of my main channels of doing that right now.
Okay, so what inspired you to become a singer-songwriter, and tell us about your creative journey?
Yes, so I actually grew up with musicians as parents. Both of my parents were singers, my grandparents were also singers. Kind of growing up with like a musical background kind of formulated. Also just kind of growing up in the church, I think the music style that they had a big impact on, why I write and why I do music. So I started singing at a young age, about like 4 or 5. My first performance actually was in the church. Some little, jingle that I made up is what I would call it. But from then on, I started doing band as opposed to chorus. I feel like all of my family did chorus, and I was like, oh, I want to do an instrument instead. But eventually I went over to the choral route, and I was just like, you know what, I really like this. I was able to find my sound, kind of like wisping through the crowd. I feel like that was a tough journey in of itself. A lot of my inspirations are like, Sir, Billie Holiday, Nina Simone, more of the classics and jazz influences. Obviously, it was a big impact in my life as well. So I was just like, how can I take these two separate genres and just kind of blend it together and make a fusion? So doing that, started writing my music, and honestly, I just started putting things out on YouTube. I had like the little singing apps, so I would connect that way with other artists and just kind of like blend voices. So that was pretty nice.
So can you explain to me where you got the name Horysn?
Yes. So I actually debated between 2 names. So it was Remedy and then there was Horysn. Remedy just means like a healing sense, but I was just like, I don't know, it just didn't stick. I tried to do Remedy for a while and I was like, I don't like the way that sounds. I thought of Horizon just like, the regular spelling, H-O-R, and I was like, when it comes to music, when it comes to life in general, you're always hitting new plateaus, you're always hitting new horizons. So I was like, that I feel like would fit more with the journey of myself and my career and just like any standpoint in life. But I was like, I want it to be spelled cool. So let's rearrange a few letters so that way it can be specially curated for me and the ideas that I want to bring.
And it's so beautiful. I love anything unique, I got a different name.
Sounds like.
So I do. So far, what's the most exciting thing about what it is that you do?
Honestly, I like the behind the scenes at the moment. It's the creating the song for me, whether it's in a moment or just kind of taking some random idea that I have in my head from imagination and just being able to write it out and tell a story. I've always been a big storyteller. So when it comes to like creating and writing music, I'm just like, you know what, this would be a fun way to tell this story. Like, how could I put a visual into people's words, like not words, but into people's minds versus just like the words that are there, just like the melody that's there. So for me, it's kind of like a whole movie type feel. I mean, I want to have the music video set. I want to have an idea of like, okay, this is how I see it, but like, how would this convey for other people?
And how long have you been doing this?
So I've been writing since I was about 10. I started performing solo live when I want to say about like 14 or 15. And then I started, trying to put more music out there around like 15 or 16, just like on YouTube as a basic platform. I started catching a little traction on some of the little singing apps that I was using, but then I kind of fell off for a bit because I moved, pandemic happened, and I'm just like, you know what, let's get the momentum down.
Can you share a recent project that you're proud of?
Yes. So I'm actually working on producing a single right now called Honeysuckle. I have performed it live already. It seems to be connecting with people really well. So that is something that I'm excited to put out very soon. I don't have an exact date yet, but just know that it is, for a better lack of words, on the horizon.
So can you tell me about any challenges or setbacks that you have faced thus far?
I want to say moving was a big challenge for me. I grew up on the East Coast, so completely different vibes than coming to Texas. Music scene is completely different. I want to say that it was a little bit more difficult for me to get my feet wet here. I was a bit more insecure with the sound that I had. I felt like maybe it didn't fit what people were looking for here in Texas. But then I was just like, you know what? It's nice to bring something new versus trying to blend. It's okay to stand out. And so I was like, whatever, I'm gonna just start putting stuff out there. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work, but at least I can say that I tried,
So what advice can you give to anyone who is an aspiring artist and also they are new to Texas?
Definitely put yourself out there. I wanna say that adversity is very important. Just being able to be comfortable with yourself and be able to mix with other people and blend with other people. Networking is very important. I want to say to just, be confident in your sound. It can change over time. It doesn't have to be like stagnant. It's not like a one road type thing. So just be open-minded, and be confident a little bit,
Okay, so can you tell us about what is next for you? Upcoming projects, events, just let us know what you're doing.
Yes. Okay, so like I said, I'm going to be dropping my single soon. I do want to make a video to kind of follow it. I guess I'm a very visualistic person, so I just feel like having a song, video there, pushing that out would be nice, and then just starting to build more of a base, a foundation, so that a way I can drop the rest of the music that I've been hiding for the past 2 years. Which is super exciting. I'm really excited to be able to get my toes, not even just my toes, but my whole body in the water and just dive into this universe. I'm excited for it.
Okay, so can you let us know where people can find you, listen to whatever you have?
All right, so I do have my little YouTube videos. It is also on Instagram as well. It can be found at Horysn __ on Insta, but that's HORYSN __. That's where most of the music that I've produced so far are there. And then on YouTube, it's still under Horysn, just no underscore. But they're all there. It's accessible. You can see, the progression of vocals from there and ideas. So,
Okay.
Again, this is When Creators Connect, and thank you so much for having me. It's been a blast. I absolutely enjoyed my time here. All right, yay!